What's up, guys? Back at it again.
Yeah.
We made it to 100 subs on YouTube. Got a little over 2,000 on TikTok, so that's pretty cool. 500 on Instagram and 103 at the moment recording on YouTube. Sheesh!
So really, this is the 103 sub special.
Yeah, we're already late.
We're gonna round down.
So, anyway, so this week we're gonna try to finish what we started, getting power steering lines put in, and then
Where'd they go?
try to get Try to get some wiring done. Try to get those.
Oh, they're leaking. Hey.
The leak. We're trying to get those in. Get a little wiring done. Our goal is to get it ready for Slam Enough Nashville. So,
Which, please come say hey.
the fender with us. So give the fender a sign. If you see us there, just say, hey, I'm probably gonna have roller skates on or rollerblades. And then we'll just be out here trying to get this thing looking snazzy.
If you want a second POV, anybody that's not going to be able to go to Nash that wants to kind of see what's in the show, I don't know what Kevin will be doing, but I'll be in the top of the comment section. If you want to subscribe to my YouTube, I'll be shooting probably my first video. I don't know if my WRX has enough content to film, but we will also have stuff going on that channel as well.
Let's get to business.
But I don't think a bolt would be peeing. Ugh.
What happened here?
Well, a bolt or peed out of the damn subframe mount, so I'm going to look up in there with a light. I'm just wondering why there's a whole puddle trapped inside there. Ow! It's damp in there.
Alright, got a distraction for today. Got a fresh tank for our welder here, and then we got a little tank. We're gonna try to do some TIG welding maybe, if we need it.
MIG TIG.
MIG TIG. Alright, we got an update. We got the power steering lines in. The return line down here is a little small, and then we went to part store and all they had was a T. So we used the T on there. We got it all clamped on there, and we're about to start putting the subframe back up. And when we put the subframe back up, we can start running the rest of the wiring and get it going. I say it might not look like a lot, but you know, good stuff's happening when all the tools are out from under the car. We got the subframe pulled back up. We got the power steering lines all put in. Alright, that stuff don't grow on trees.
Well, it's empty. That's why I was playing with it.
Yeah. Alright, got an update for you guys. What got him?
Suspension's put back together. Power steering lines are in. Subframe is up and mounted. All the wiring just needs to be ran up. Air lines are already measured to size, good to go. Engine bay needs buttoned up, but that's mostly just intake, manifold, and then getting the rest of the rip kit back on. I think that's it. I mean, we got to put the trunk back together, like remount the tank.
We got the front airbags finally attached properly.
We say it every video, but the rear bag still has to be mounted. Oh god, you're getting closer. But I mean,
Just gotta finish up this last little bit on here, and then we should be good to hopefully, like, here in the next few days, get this thing going. We're trying to get this thing running for the 100 subscriber video and for Slam Nash in 2 weeks now.
now we're like 103, 104 subs, so everything is late.
Yeah.
Because we suck.
Oh well. But hey, we're trying to make it for Slam Nash. It's like 2 weeks away now, almost. Well, hopefully. Alright, so we got the power steering lines in. I swapped out the PCV valve piping, swapped out the air tube hosing, put the new IAC in. Then we put the new dipstick in, it's IPD dipstick, IPD, new parts, new plugs. Basically swapped all the old parts from the old car, new spark plugs, and then put everything in here all nice and painted so we get to see what it's going to look like for the first time. The only thing we're missing is the air box on that side. We're going to pull the wires up and then get that going. What do you guys think of this so far? Yeah, my free labor is leaving. Who put that there? Till tomorrow. Well, we started to do the wiring part and realized that the main harness connector right here broke off, apparently. So we need to put some new ends on this and crimp it on, otherwise the transmission and headlights and everything else isn't going to have power. Alright, just like that. Get it all crimped up and heat shrinked. Should be good to start putting the batteries and wires in. Look at that. Got all the wires up here. Get them all pulled through down there. We're going to have to go underneath the box there. Got our fuses reinstalled back in here. Got these ones back in. And then got the light bar, everything down here. So now what we got to do is clean it up and start plugging everything in. Okay, so now I confirmed the way we were thinking was right. What do we get? What happened here?
See, these switches are the same, but this one wasn't no good, so we took it off and put it there, put that one there, and now we got the bing bong woo power.
That worked when I put it in.
Turbo.
I didn't even use it yet. I plugged it up, put everything in there, wired it up, and by the time I got done wiring it, it stopped working. Yeah, I think that is that's the reason why only half of them turned on. I guess they didn't survive the crash. Well, looks like I got some new ones for that. But that's not mission critical, so we'll just leave them out for now. And then we got something done, the wheels on. Look at this. I don't know what's going on. We got 3 out of 4 on. All we gotta do is finish this one up. Tuck the wires in. And finish that. And it'll at least be driving. Slight problem that we noticed was that so this side is got a lot more angle than this side. So this one's barely coming out. Like that. And this one's mega coming out. I think it's because that's the one that got hit in the crash. Alright, we back at it. It sounds a whole lot better. We had number 4 wasn't plugged in all the way. So we got the power steering fluid. When I got it, it had a big old leak. We just got it changed. It sounds a little angry. We're gonna try to work it a little bit and keep topping it off with fluid. Hopefully it gets less angry. Mine's a little dirty here. We're getting there. Alright, so we got it all wired in. It's just ignore that. That's gonna be there for a second, then we're gonna weld it up nice and neat. But we're testing first. So we got that relay all put in there. Got the pumps mounted, got everything velcroed. Okay. So that way, when we get in here, this will be what you see. And then we can slide this bad boy in there. Got our first glimpse of what it's gonna look like. And we're gonna have the subs behind it. So we pop it up.
First, you guys don't get to look first. I got to look first.
The pump's kicked on. Pump open. I don't feel no leaks. I'm checking for leaks. working, that pump's working. The beeper's working for low pressure. Right now we're building tank pressure. See? Yeah, that's working. That's working. Alright, so we got the radio there. We don't have that bag on yet, but it looks like all three of these are holding air. Our tank's holding air at 134. Looks like we might have done something right. Alright, we got a slight problem going on. So, that bag poofed out a lot more than I expected it to.
It didn't make it.
So, that bag went from being like this big around to being like that big around. And it's hitting the axle. So, we're gonna have to go back to plan A and try to make these work. But everything else is working. Engine, everything's good. Got the trunks and everything. All that stuff in there is all done.
Pumps, tank.
We got
subs.
one air leak. Subs work, only one air leak. So now we gotta take this and try to figure it and squeeze it in there. So
Once we get this and we know exactly what to do on both sides, so it'll be a lot quicker once we get this first one done.
So I guess we'll get these rear bags on and it should be driving. Did a little bit of cleaning off camera here. It looks so much better. I think it being clean made the car look a little better. What do you think, Evan? Look at this. We can actually walk all the way around here. And then like underneath it too. So all we gotta do is, we figured out there's a gas leak on the rim there. We gotta fix that. Then we gotta figure out these last two bags and we pretty much should be done. And take a gander at that. Woo! So we like doing this so good, we did it a second time. So figured out the gas tank is leaking, so we gotta get to the strut towers. So we gotta take the subs out, which means we gotta take all this carpeting out to get to those 3 bolts to take the struts out, because this gas tank is leaking right here. It's leaking like right up there on the cap there. So we gotta take these off, but to get those to go lower, we gotta take the shocks out so that way they don't go lower. And then we gotta take that and try to see if we can get these bags in there, because those bags aren't gonna work like we thought they would. They expanded too much. So whenever it went in there, it basically expanded so much that it was touching the axle right here, the axle boot and everything. And it was only at like 60 PSI, and it ballooned up to like that big instead of being that big. It's like, so we're gonna try to see if we can get these big boys to fit in.
So right now, we're gonna pop the cap with all the lines off the gas tank. It's filled past the cap, so we're gonna catch it in that pan and then refilter it in a little bit. Figured you'd want to see a mess. Oh yeah.
Hey, splish, splash it. I wasn't taking a bath.
You're getting a shower of gas.
It is a Saturday night.
Oh yeah.
That's premium.
Not like dumping out 93, huh? Alright, so we've got the cap coming off, but it's filled obviously past the cap, so we're going to catch it and refilter it. And then once that cap is off, we don't have yellow Teflon, but we're really trying to get this hunk of Volvo goodness to Nashville, so we're going to run
In like a week and a half.
yeah, we're gonna run regular Teflon and just do a little dab of this right here.
Pop dope.
Yeah, just to get her by, and who knows, that might last indefinitely. We don't really know. We're dumping 93 into a pan. Kevin? Yeah. POV.
POV, you're dumping gas out. That's not supposed to do that. Alright, we finally got it close back up. We don't have the strap on there. We haven't tested to see if it will fix the leak yet, but we're gonna tighten it up. And it's 1 o'clock in the morning, so we got a jug of milk gas, and then we got like 4 gallons of non-milk gas that we're gonna filter and put back in. We're gonna try to find a longer bolt to use because the guy who gave it to me didn't give it with the cable bolt or whatever it's supposed to go in for the fuel tank. So we're just gonna try to concoct our own thing.
No comment.
Alright, well, we took it back apart a little bit, but got this air leak fixed. Ignore that beeping. That's just low pressure because the back's not hooked up. So we're holding pressure there, and then we got our fuel tank. Took way longer than we meant to, but I think we're holding up now. So we'll let this run for a little bit and test it out. See, hopefully everything works. And then all we gotta do is figure out what to do on these bags here. From the front wheel drive, got the crew. Oh, got the crew. Oh, you gonna get us copyright strike?
Yeah, because that sounds so much like the TRE boys.
The what? Gotta get the whip in there.
Oh yeah, gotta get the whip in. Reinforcements. Alright, so I went to like 4 different stores, and it doesn't look like any of them got what I'm looking for. So if I want this to work in a decent amount of time, I think I'm gonna have to do some custom fabbing. You know, I'm sorry guys, didn't mean to disturb you there. But we're gonna get some, I think I got some box steel sitting here in my pile. Yeah, there's some tubes. And we're gonna, I guess we're gonna custom fabricate some lower control arm mounts. Cause you either go big or go home, right? Alright, that's what we got so far. So, been kind of cutting the edges and getting everything else. So I'm going to put a tab right there by my watch. I'm going to put a tab right there. I'm going to weld like a little tab on the back of it there. So that way, so then we'll put that right here. So that's going to follow this edge all the way along here. And we're going to use this bolt hole right here as a mounting tab. And this bolt hole here as a mounting tab. And then we're going to use the 2 shock bolt holes right there as mounting tabs. So that way I have 4 mounting tabs. And then basically going to clear up some of this up and then use that steel plate as to keep it strong. Alright, we just took the weld over there and we're testing to make sure that make sure I can still weld. Well, it looks halfway decent for my 3rd time ever welding before. Give her your old bend test, see if she bends. I say that it worked pretty good. Didn't separate any. That's a pretty decent weld.
So, it'll be better. Come around this way. Okay. It'll be better over there because you welded flat to wave.
Yeah.
So there's pockets, but over there it'll fit better.
What we're going to do is we got our little bracket up here. I'm going to tack weld it real quick. And then we're going to put it up, mount it, make sure it all fits up right and everything. And then we'll drill holes and everything and make our custom bracket.
It's hidden under there.
Hey, I didn't pick that.
The only difference. Little did you know that there's another half over there.
The first mod's going to be the air intake. What's your second mod going to be, Tyler?
Cams!
Cams.
This man may have been dropped on his head.
I wasn't asking for you to come off. You're going to come off and you're going to like it. Listen, you know you're getting stuff done when you got a pile of pizza boxes. Alright, listen, I might not have been able to get you, but my buddy can get you.
We're not asking.
We're not playing. You're coming out. You're the only thing holding this up. We got a trip to get to. We're going to make it to Slender of Nashville, and you're not going to stop us. It might stop us. We're not going to let it, though. Alright guys, I think this one's gonna take a little bit longer. I've been trying to wait to do the 100 sub special to have it all running and driving, but the rear bags not working the way I wanted them to, kind of set us back. So we're gonna have to try to rush to get this, well not rush, I don't want to rush, I want to get it done right, but I want to try to get this rear bag in and get it all done and ready. So I think it's been about 3 weeks since I put a video up because I've been trying to get it all in here in one go. But today is Sunday again. These weeks just keep flying by. So we got one more week and a half until the Slam Enough Nashville show. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get this video edited up and sent out for you guys so that we got something to look at. And you can see the progress on here. But we got it like 90% of the way. Like if you look on here, we got the front bags on there, the engine bay's done, we got the hood closed. The only thing we got to do is I just did a little test on the air system. I found a leak in there, so I just tightened that up. That should be pretty good. We got to drop it down to test it again though. And the one of the lines over here was rubbing on the tire, so I moved that back a little bit. And then we're just gonna be checking clearance things, but we did get these subframe mounts down, but we can't really get those bolts out from up by like the diff area. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to get all that material out and use our plates that we're welding up over here. Use this plate. I use that to strengthen it. We're gonna clean that up and have a hole there that's gonna go through those two holes right there. And we're gonna have a piece of all thread go down there and hold it all up and have it all bracketed up to it, so that way a piece of steel is taking the main weight of everything on there. So once we get that all done, should be driving, but these rear bags are giving us a hard time. And I drove around for like probably 2-3 hours driving around to all these different vendors that sell these bags, and no one sold one that would be small enough to fit my thing. And I've been contacting multiple places, and I called Airlift and Performance and them, and the smallest bag they have is too big. It's about that same size as the smallest one they have, and that one's too big. So looks like we're just gonna have to go ahead and get the full custom route, and the route I didn't want to take, but I guess if we're gonna get it, we're gonna get it and get it done. So we'll see you guys in the next one. So stay tuned.